Welcome to the Empowerment Lab, where we help high achievers build their empowerment muscle and strut into their purpose like a boss. I'm your host, Montrece Ransom, a coach, speaker, and founder of the Empowerment Tour Coaching and Consulting Group. We believe that wherever you aspire to be, you belong. So if you're ready to stop thinking small and unleash your full potential, then let's get started. Hello, you beautiful souls. If you don't know me, I'm Montrece Ransom. I'm a coach, a belonging strategist, also known as the Empowerment Tour. And I'm also the founder of the Strut into Coaching Academy. And I'm super excited to welcome you into this space. This is episode 1. It has been a long time coming. And my original thought was to use this first episode to tell you all about me and my background, who we are at the Empowerment Tour Coaching and Consulting Group. But then I thought about it. If you're like any of my clients, then you've come to this space with me because you want to learn something. You want to learn about what we have to offer at the Empowerment Tour. And so I'm going to give you what you want, something of real value. This is a lab, after all, the Empowerment Lab. This is meant to be a space where you can build your empowerment muscle, where you can lean into the art and science of manifestation, where you can learn tips and techniques and tools that will allow you to strut into the next phase of your life with authenticity and confidence. And along the way, you'll be regularly reminded who the fuck you are. I created the Empowerment Tour brand, the Empowerment Tour Coaching and Consulting Group, because I love mentoring and coaching. I love helping people get clear on their goals, change their mindset, create new revenue streams, level up, create new businesses, get promotions, new jobs, start new coaching and consulting practices. I love working with multi-passionate professional women who are high-achieving, natural coaches at heart. I love teaching them how to leverage their skills and experiences, find clients that they love, and actually start and run a money-making, impactful coaching practice. Ultimately, I created the Empowerment Lab because I have a lot to teach, a lot that I want to offer. And I really want to give you a chance to get to know a little bit more about me before you ever sign up for coaching, for the Strut into Coaching Academy, for any of my courses or my masterminds. Let's get started with today's topic, which is 3 tips to lead a more empowered life. And I wanted to start with this one because I get questions so often from clients, friends, colleagues, even acquaintances, about how they can live a more empowered life, how they can be more empowered in their decision-making, whether it's to leave a toxic relationship or start a new business or write a book, write their memoir, go back to school, pivot to a new profession, or even starting a coaching or consulting practice. People want to learn about how they can stand in choice. That's what it means to be empowered, to be able to own our individual power, to improve our lifestyle, our mindset, our outlook, and our pockets. To be empowered, to me, means you embody the lyrics of the song, My Prerogative. That's what it's about, standing in choice. Tip number 1, bet on your damn self. On Mondays, I've been posting motivational quotes in the last few Mondays on my Instagram feed. And recently, I posted a quote from Beyonce Knowles, Queen Bee. And she says, I don't like to gamble, but if there's one thing I'm willing to bet on, it's myself. Same, Bee, same. I mean, she's right. If you want to be more empowered, you have to practice betting on yourself. This means trusting yourself. When you trust yourself, when you do it scared, when you take calculated, action-oriented risks, you get into the energy, into the energy of the power of having greater control and responsibility over your life. Trust in myself has made me a better decision maker. And honestly, it's the first step when I work with one-on-one client to get clear about their goals and to help get them unstuck. Because it wasn't until I learned to trust myself that I was able to finally leave my federal government job and start the Empowerment Tour Coaching and Consulting Group. So if you want to be more empowered, you got to practice trusting your intuition and standing in choice. And then move forward, trusting, believing, expecting proof and confirmation that the choice you made was right for you. Make it the right choice. Bet bet on yourself. Tip number 2, learn the art of shifting quickly. Now, I know many of you have heard of the law of attraction, but how many of you have heard of the law of polarity? The law of polarity says that everything in the universe has 2 poles. So think north and south poles, or the negative and positive thingies on a battery, or even God and the devil through a religious lens. In the same way, when we think about energy, there are only 2 lanes, good and evil, love and hate. There are only really 2 lanes of energy. And if you want to be more empowered, you got to start checking your thoughts, checking that voice in your head. Which pole of energy dominates? When you're feeling like you're not empowered, I want you to hone in on what that feeling is saying to you. What is the voice in your head telling you? Maybe the voice is telling you that you're not good enough. Maybe it's telling you that you're not worthy. Maybe it's a feeling of fear or self-doubt. What I call the art of shifting quickly asks you to take a minute, feel the feeling, and then ask yourself, is this a feeling of love? Is it a feeling of goodness? Is it a feeling of God? If not, you have the power to shift it, and shift it quickly. And ask yourself, what would self-love say? What would my highest self say? What would God say? Certainly self-love wouldn't tell you that you're not enough, wouldn't tell you that you're unworthy. Self-love would say, I am strong. Self-love would affirm that the whole universe wants to support me. Self-love would say, I am enough. I am more than enough. To become more empowered, it's important that you understand that there are positives to every negative. And it's up to us to choose to focus on the positive, to choose to focus on the positive, to shift quickly and stand in choice. Because the reality is what we focus on grows. The law of polarity and the art of shifting quickly can help you become more empowered because it gives you a tool that you can use to reframe your limiting beliefs, to change the way you think. And yes, it takes practice. I still practice it every single day. But like most things, the more you practice the art of shifting quickly, the more natural it will become. Tip number 3, affirm the hell out of yourself. Affirmations changed my life. Those positive, present tense statements that ground you, that affirm you, that remind you who the fuck you are. They changed my life, so much so that each of my clients gets audio affirmation recordings. Whether you're in a mastermind, in group coaching, one-on-one coaching, everybody gets them because they work. So here's a quick primer, just a quick primer. As humans, we believe what we tell ourselves, what we repeatedly tell our brains, we come to believe. This means we believe every negative belief or horrible thought that we think and tell ourselves over and over again. And that this limits what we think we're capable of and what's possible for us. The limiting beliefs become embedded in our subconscious, and they limit what we believe we're capable of. And they limit what we take action toward. I mean, think about it. If we continually tell ourselves and think to ourselves that we're sick and tired and broke, then we'll begin to believe that. We'll embed that in our subconscious. Then those negative beliefs will lead to negative actions or inaction. And then we'll get results, some sort of results, often negative results. Affirmations help build our empowerment muscle because when we repeat affirmations throughout our days, our weeks, our months, we embed those into our subconscious. When we visualize and make them a part of our being, they become our new beliefs. And then we take inspired action on those new affirmative beliefs. And then we get better, positive, more aligned results. If you have the power to make your brain believe that you're fat and ugly and worthless and stupid, why wouldn't you have the power to make your brain believe the opposite? Why wouldn't we all have the ability to believe that we're awesome and powerful and amazing and rich and intelligent and beautiful and successful, and then take action around those beliefs? And if your answer is because we live in a patriarchal society, you're absolutely right. And that's programming, but that's for a whole nother episode. And that's exactly why you have to affirm the hell out of yourself, even when it feels like a lie. When I tell myself I am a multimillionaire, it feels like a lie. But what if that really is the truth and I'm calling it into myself? What if the truth really is that you're awesome, powerful, amazing, rich, intelligent, beautiful, and successful? What if the negative programming is the lie? If you can get behind that, your life will be transformed. Transformed. To be more empowered, you have to think it, write it, say it, and feel it so much that you believe it in your soul, that it becomes embedded in your subconscious until it becomes a real part of you. You gotta affirm the hell out of yourself if you wanna be more empowered, especially in the world where negative programming is everywhere. And if you want some examples of my favorite affirmations, make sure you're following me on Instagram. I post my favorites there pretty consistently. So yes, you've got to affirm the hell out of yourself, especially in the world where negative programming is absolutely everywhere. To quickly recap, if you want to become more empowered, I challenge you to bet on yourself, learn the art of shifting quickly, and embrace the power of affirmations. I think that's enough for our first episode. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it added value. It's been my pleasure to be here with you. Until next time, remember, anywhere that you're called or aspire to be, you belong. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you'd like to build your own coaching practice, check out theempowermentor.com. You'll learn all the details about my Strut into Coaching Academy, a hands-on program to help you build a thriving coaching or consulting practice in just 90 days. In the meantime, connect with me on Instagram at Montrece Speaks or at montresespeaks.com. Stop thinking small, unleash your full potential, and strut into your purpose like a boss.